Since coming back from the disabled list, 2 trips on the DL, and he deals to McCutchen, and a called strike 3. And what a way to start for Sale and the Red Sox.
Well, sometimes when you're a young manager, you got to trust your veteran athletes, and Sale assured Alex Cora that he would be ready, and the sharpness of that slider, just outstanding. There's the velocity drop, as you've seen, from August 12th to the end of the season. It really spiraled out of control in his last start.
And that is why the Red Sox had some concerns, but you could call it a quiet confidence, and it looks like they can put kind of capturing the energy of Yankee Stadium. Sale fires, and that's a called strike 3. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Chris Sale.
Sale's slider is unique because he releases the ball from that 3/4 motion, and he tunnels every pitch out of that same location. Fastball, changeup, sinking fastball, and that great slider.
Home plate umpire tonight is Corey Blazer. High in Ks at the plate, 211 this season, as Sale deals, and a strikeout to end the inning. And how about 3 punch-outs for Chris?
Of Luke Voigt, who's not going anywhere. You think he'd play behind him, give him a little more room.
A swing and a miss. Gregorius, who draws the tough card against the same side pitcher here tonight, is strikeout victim number 4.
3 of the strikeouts have come on this dastardly slider, and 1 on a changeup. So we've talked about his velocity so much, but it's been his breaking stuff that has gotten the strikeouts.
1 away in the second. Sale miles an hour. There are a lot of pitchers that would be a-okay with that fastball. He punches Sanchez's ticket here in the 3rd inning to start it. 5th strikeout for Chris Sale. He's got his battery mate Sandy Leon behind the plate, and for more on the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and it's a call. Strike 3. Sale hits the edge. Back-to-back strikeouts gives him 7.
7, and that's the 4th strikeout that's been taken by a Yankees hitter. That slider starts so far off the outside corner, the hitter gives up on it, and by the time it breaks, it's right down the middle of the plate. See his motion. It's all arms and legs. The deception from Chris Sale to the opponent.
A swing and a miss. Sale strikes out Stanton for the 2nd time. Just buried that changeup down and away, and that's strikeout number 6 for Chris. I beg your pardon, the breaking ball. 80-mile-an-hour spinner.
Well, he's been able to spot it. When he wants to throw for strikes, he can. And as you said, when he wants to bottom one out, he can also. Wally with the K corner.
2 outs in the Yankee 4th. Sale deals, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went to the changeup. He strikes out 3, gives him 8 for the game, and the Yankees strand a pair and lose their center fielder. In the Red Sox are 4 outs away. 2 outs, nobody on. Sale deals, and a called strike 3. Chris Sale retires him in order with a strikeout to end the. Bregman goes, and a swing and a miss. Chris Sale with a strikeout to end the inning. A call overturned. We're underway. Is White, who gets the start and gets that DH responsibility. David Price on the mound tomorrow too. There's a called strike 3. Tyler White rung up back-to-back Ks for Chris Sale. Ends the 1st with 1. Gets a backwards K here to start the 2nd.
Beautiful pitching by Sale. Did enough on the outside corner and then darted this fastball inside to get White. A lot of times Chris Sale pitches, the backwards K will tell you how good he is that night. If they're taking a lot of called 3rd strikes, it's because he has set up his pitches perfectly. Strikes, a good 2-strike approach. Even has power. 9 of his 12 home runs came with 2 strikes.
All 42 of his RBIs coming in the last 54 games, and the 9 home runs with 2 strikes on him. Stands in there, and a call, strike 3. Sale rings the bell from a bullpen warming up behind him to a smooth Sale at the end with a caught steals game, really, especially with a pitcher the quality of a Chris Sale. It's you're using your eyes, your hunch. What has he been able to do in the past? And Sale comes back, a called strike 3. Maldonado is rung up, and Chris Sale months. Most of his home runs come against right-handers, though. He chased that one badly, almost hit him. A swing and a miss. Sale starting to get the swings now on that breaking ball. That's his 4th strikeout.
Well, he has changed the spin, his arm angle, and everything about this pitch has been much better here in the 4th. Remember, in his Game 1 start against the Yankees, he got into the 6th inning, but threw 93 pitches.
Dana Levangie made a trip to the mound in the.
Get carried away with velocity, but the velocity has been down the stretch and has been up to this point in the postseason. Looks like he's got pretty good zip. He starts his night with a strikeout, 1 away. Our keys to the game are sponsored by LGV 40. Well, joking or not. Here's a 2-2. Back-to-back strikeouts to start game 1.
Well, this is the slider I'm talking about. It changes lanes so late. He's got such a unique, see the angle he throws it, and that ball has such late movement. You got to get ready for 95, and then you see this pitch off of his changeup, which makes it doubly tough. So early on, no sleeves, doesn't seem bothered by the cold, and he certainly has been places you can go to get outs, especially strikeouts, when you need contact to score runs. That's the difference between the 2 clubs so far.
A strikeout, 3rd of the night for Sale. Starts the 2nd. (117 strikeouts through 357 at bats coming in. We'll give you StatCast powered by Amazon Web Services.
Well, this is what you could see from time to time. This is the slower version of the slider, but watch how it eats up. And the 58 inches, that's a big challenge for any right-hander who steps up to the plate looking for fastball, trying to adjust to that pitch.
Two-two pitch. Barnes strikes out. But the Dodgers are on the board. Not a bad first swing. Got him looking, and Taylor knew it. Strikeout number 5. So 71 pitches for Chris Sale as he gets Chris Taylor here, and Matt Kemp will be the hitter.
That was nasty.
In case you're wondering, this postseason, at the end of the year, where in the second half Sale was on the DL twice. Highest total of pitches that Sale has thrown, 93 in game 1. Kershaw 239, Sale 289. Strikeout to start the inning as Leon fires down to first. Strikeout number 6 for Sale. Our Indeed.com player resume. We look at these 2 left-handers. And that bottom note, the first World Series opener with each starting pitcher a 7-time All-Star selection.
You know, I'm trying to think back at just all the matchups with Clayton Kershaw, and usually when he's been on the hill, we talk about how unbelievable he's been and his stuff. We're well versed on what it takes to be successful here and how to handle Boston.
Puig went around. Back-to-back strikeouts and 7 in the game. The action here in game 5.
Well, it's obvious he's been dealing with something. His shoulder hasn't been great. Hadn't pitched a lot down the stretch.
He strikes out Turner. Good block by Vasquez, who gets an angle for the throw. 1 out.
But he's still nasty, and it's been a condensed version of Chris Sale this postseason. Trying to take care of him, give him extra rest. Virtually, when he's throwing his slider, he's unhittable. And that's really been kind of the one signal that you can look at in his first start.
A 4-run game, 3-2 pitch, breaking ball, struck him out. The Red Sox are 1 out away.
Shortstop, number 8, Manny Machado.
And that'll bring in Manny Machado.
That slider is, like I said, unhittable.
From the top on down, here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. 5-1 the final tonight. And the best team in baseball wins it all in 2018. David Price pitched into the 8th inning. His second start of this World Series. He worked in relief in Game 3. He was warming up last night to come into the ball game. Just an incredible performance by the 33-year-old left-hander who is a world champion.
Yeah, you grind all year, you leave spring training, you fight as a team, but you gain a lot of respect at this time. And I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of individual performances that are going to go down as incredible. And each guy realizes it with that team right now. Eovaldi, Price, Sale pitching hurt.